Yo, what's up everyone? Anime Mafia here for another video. I'm here for What If Touma Had Haki Part 2. I hope you guys enjoyed it. When I last left off, Touma was heading to remedial classes, as in canon. Touma was sitting next to his friends, Aogami and Motoharu Tsuchimikado, the members of the school's Delta Force, or Idiot Trio. Okay, I have a handout for you. Follow along while we go to the supplementary lesson. Even after spending an entire term in that class, Kamijo still could not believe it. The homeroom teacher of his class, Kamoe Tsukuyomi, was a ridiculous teacher who was so short that only her head could be seen when she stood behind her desk. That little girl teacher was one of the school's 7 mysteries. 135 centimeters tall. There was a rumor that she would refuse a roller coaster ride due to the safety concerns and look to the world like a 12-year-old. I won't stop you from talking amongst yourself, but you need to listen to what I say. I put a lot of effort into making a quiz, so if you do poorly on it, you'll be punished with no-eye poker. Tsuchimikado then says, isn't it that game where you play poker with a blindfold on? We were up all night determining a winner of poker. With Kamijo-chan, since you don't have enough development credits, you'll be playing no-eye poker regardless. Rotten luck, Touma then said. I see Kamoe-sensei finds you cute. She just can't help herself, Kamion, said the blue-haired ear-pierced male class representative who was sitting next to Kamijo. Kamijo, shut the hell up, you fake Kanzai bastard. Touma then thought to himself, being in a classroom that is hot as a sauna sucks. Touma then thinks that despite the fact he really studied hard, he still has to take less remedial classes, and Aogami and Tsuchimikado. Wow, Kamion, you're a traitor to the Delta Force, and you only have to take 1 remedial class while we get to take more than you. Yeah, call me a traitor if you want, but I actually pay attention in Kamoe-sensei's class. Touma decides to think that he would rather fight magicians with Index, a cute woman in his standards. Than be here in a hot-ass classroom, Touma, as he decides to look away towards the window. Aogami decides to say, Kamoe-sensei, Kamijo's looking at the tennis club playing instead of listening to you. Kamoe-sensei proceeds to cry, and entire classes glare at Touma with bloodlust. Touma then uses glares at Aogami, and uses Conqueror's Haki on him. He used enough so he wouldn't pass out, but enough to scare him. But the whole class then laid off of Touma due to the burst of his Haki. Even Kamoe-sensei was slightly shaken because of his Haki. We now time skip till later on. I can't believe Kamoe-sensei kept me for another hour. Rotten luck, Kamijo muttered to himself. So, as he looked at wind turbines, 3 propellers glittering in the sunset. Any kind of nightlife was forbidden, so the last bus and the train in Academy City were set to leave once students were out of school. Kamijo missed the last bus, so he was trudging along the scorching shopping district that was seen to go on forever. A security robot passed by him as he did. The summer heat had done Kamijo in, and he just stared at the slowly moving security bot. Ah, there you are, you bastard! Wait up! Wait! I'm talking to you! Stop! The summer heat had done Touma in. He slowly turned around. And stared at the moving security bot. He turned around to figure out what's going on. Touma looked and saw a short brown-haired girl wearing a summer uniform. She was slightly cute in his opinion. Oh. Hey, bug zapper middle schooler. I told you, my name's Makoto Misaka, you idiot. You've been calling me Zapper since we first met, Misaka said. She flared with annoyance. Shut up. What were you... What, were you worried about the class pet? I told you. They quit it with the animal jokes. Sorry. It's just that pissing you off is kind of my main agenda here. Due to the fact that you tried my electronics and everyone else's. Seriously, doesn't a level 5 have better things to do instead of bothering a high school student? The security bot beside them starts to malfunction, and Touma and Misaka look in slight shock. The security bot beside them starts to malfunction, and Touma and Misaka look in slight shock. A magic breaker in the level 5 railgun proceed to run away from the situation. A few minutes later, Touma says, "Why do I have to get into situations like this with you? What do you mean? My name's Makoto Misaka." The two step into a back-to-back alley. It seemed like a good place to play street ball. Shut up, Zapper. You're the one that fried everyone else's cars with that lightning yesterday. It's your fault for pissing me off. I don't even understand what got you so angsty. I haven't even laid a finger on you. In exchange, Makoto attacks Touma with lightning. Touma uses right hand to block the lightning with the lightning disappearing. Okay, what was that for? Misaka still wanting to one on Toma's fade. Touma dodging a second lightning blast. And said, "I want you to take me seriously." "Are you sure you want me to take you seriously, Misaka-chan?" Misaka was surprised at Toma's sudden change in demeanor. He quickly went from aloof, joking, and annoyed to serious and renegade. Misaka then smiles. Finally getting the fight she wanted, Touma used his arm at Haki and hardened his fists. Touma then says, "Get Bo!" Touma kicked the air with his feet. Misaka looked in dismay as she saw Touma walking on air. Misaka said was he lying when he said he was level 0? And says, "Zapper, this is an Asper ability." Touma then appears right in front of Misaka and says, Finger pistol." Toma's finger appeared right in front of Misaka's throat. The attack stopped 1 inch from her throat. "You see that, Misaka? If I wanted to, I could have fingered your throat." Misaka felt that Toma would have his way with her if she moved an inch. "Talk! Bitty Berry, you should have seen the look in your face," Toma says as he points his finger, laughing at Misaka. "Oh, it was so pathetic but so adorable all at the same time. You really believe that a normal high schooler could finger your throat? That was a joke. Your face is so adorable, you know that?" "Well, when you look at the time, my curfew is starting soon, and I'm trying to get to my dorm before then." "Sayonara, Zappa-chan," Toma said with a baby-like voice. Toma runs off, leaving Misaka a bit shocked, annoyed, and slightly scared. She quickly rubs off the feeling of fear. Misaka then decides to go ahead and head back to her dorm, fearing her dorm manager might snap her neck. Back to Toma, after having a delicious snack of gyudon, Toma's walking towards his dorm and has his headphones plugged in his ears, listening to a certain musician's song. You listening to New Genesis by Uta, by the way. You want to play a real... Singing the lyrics, he says, you want to play a real game. Like, that song was so good on Film Red, but back to my script. Touma takes out the headphones and sees a few security bots heading towards something. This was less than usual amount, as he is pretty sure that there's normally 5, but less, but that was a rarity. He thinks that his neighbor and close friend Motoharu got drunk and was desperate to lose his V-card. You know what? Knowing that sitcom bastard, he probably drank his swords away after getting rejected by Micah to do the nasty with him. Touma takes a couple of steps and turns on his observation Haki. He sees Index, who's probably stopped by for food, and makes a brief face. Index is lying in a pool of her own blood. Touma looks in shock as he sees the security box sucking the blood out of Index's wound. Touma, finally stabbing back to reality, moves the security box out of the way. Damn it, damn it, damn it! Index, what happened to you? Who did this to you? That would be us, magicians, a man said. Touma's hunch was right. Magicians do exist. Master and him encountered him a while back. Although the young naive Touma thought that they were heavily religious espers, Touma was wrong. Touma's whole body tensed up. He immediately activated his Haki. Touma, using his observation Haki, reads the priest's emotions. He has the feeling that the red-haired priest did not want to attack Index. Touma slightly calms down and stares at the priest. The priest then says, "Come on, don't look at me like that." He takes out a cigarette and starts to smoke. "Look, if it makes you feel any better, I didn't do this. Kanzaki did it. I'm just as surprised as you are. The walking church is a Pope-class barrier, and it's near impossible for it to be broken. No matter, I guess we have to retrieve her, injured or not." Touma yells out, "Why? I may not know magicians too well, but aren't there good magicians that save people's lives?" "So you know about magicians." So Index spilled the tea. No surprise there. Kamijo knew he had no right to be moralistic. After his encounter with Index, he went back to his normal life. "You ganged up on this little girl. Chased her all over the place. Like I said, Kanzaki sliced her. Not me. So you can hand over Index, I'll be on my way. We need to take back the 103,000 grimoires." Towa then said, "Yes, I'm aware of Index's photographic memory, but..." The red-haired magician said, "She has no ability to refrain from magic power, so she's harmless. Even so, no matter how kind-hearted she is, she can't steer the torture and drugs. The mere thought hurts of someone abusing her like that hurts my heart, you know." Kamijo's body trembled slightly, but he felt the magician's emotions were true to his words. The man in front of him viewed himself as true. He lived ignoring his mistakes. This sent chills down Kamijo's spine. The term mad cult oozed into his brain. The, the thought of magicians hunting people on shitty beliefs made his brain feel like he was going to burst. "Who the hell do you think you are?" He clenched his right hand with anger. His right-hand Imagine Breaker's only noteworthy ability is to cancel out the supernatural, and something beyond that. Kamijo senses and knows of it. He thinks his right hand is a seal for something inside of it. Whatever it is, it emanates strong amounts of life force and Haki. The same right hand he'll use to crush the son of a bitch that hurt his friend. I'd prefer to call myself Style Magnus, but my magic name is Fortis931. For Japanese terms, it would mean the strongest. Magician flicked a cigarette now out of his mouth and hit the wall of the neighboring building. The orange line grew brighter and brighter till flames were created. Touma, using his right hand, blocks the flame sword. Using arm and Haki, came out the smoke relatively unscathed. Man, I really need to go with my gut feeling next time, like Gunhani. Of course, the magic maker would work because Index's walking church had magical properties, so I shouldn't be surprised. Star creates another flame sword and swinging at Touma. Touma with a crazed grin on his face. Is this kid a magician? Style then said. Touma then snarkily interrupting Style's thoughts with a snarky remark saying, "You're thinking I'm a magician, right? Well, FYI, you're wrong. I'm a regular high school boy with a right hand that brings me misfortune. Nothing less, nothing more. It's just that this high school boy is about to kick your ass." Touma said with confidence. Touma had slowly started to close the gap between Style. Style then started chanting the ashes to ashes. As dust is a dust. Inocentius. Inocentius means I'll be the one to kill you. Touma looks at the flames and looks back at his right hand. The giant flame monster was holding a cross, and Touma used his right hand to block it. Touma goes on to see that the magic breaker is working, but it isn't being fully negated. Touma assumes that the flames are being supplied with mana. It's what he assumes going off by JRPG logic, but it doesn't hurt to ask. Hey, Style, wasn't that Inocentius of yours being supplied by mana, right? Style looked in shock for a brief moment, but then chuckled. So close, boy, but not close enough. Actually, it's runes. A voice neither of Kamijo nor Style spoke. Those 24 characters were used as magic language by Germanic tribes for centuries. Touma then asks, "Are you really Index?" "Yes, I am. I am Index Librarian Prohibitorium, the holder of 103,000 grimoires, and member of the 0th Parish of Necessarius. With my introduction complete, I will now resume my explanation on runes. To put it simply, it's what you Japanese call Kyoka Suigetsu." Touma immediately understood what Index meant. Inocentius was like the moon and the reflection in the ocean. You could not reach no matter how hard you try. Touma realized this despite him doing badly in school and isn't a model student. His battle IQ was not to be trifled with. So Touma was thinking either I find a way to remove the runes or go with my hunch I need to decapitate the user. More planning later. I need to run! Touma says, "Kamisori!" Touma screams out, running away from the fire as he jumps off to the first floor. Touma's down at the second floor. He probably should find a way to remove the runes. Even using Geppo and running in a whole building would be a pain in the ass and time consuming. Touma, running around the second floor, uses the runes on paper and thinks about using the sprinkler system to dry off the ink. Touma taking the elevator with the fire extinguisher, heads to the 7th floor. He initially throws the fire extinguisher at the flame beast. "You thought that would work, boy? I wasn't counting on it." Touma says. The sprinkling system immediately goes off, drying the ink of the paper, and says, "You think the water will extinguish this 3,000-degree fire? Becca! I know that, but it would take out the ink on the paper." Style then says, "Inocentius," to attack Touma. Touma uses his right hand to take out Inocentius for good. "Inocentius!" Style screams out. "Inocentius!" Nothing happened. Ashes to ashes. As dust is to dust. Sorry, Style. But if you think you're winning here, then let me break that messed up illusion of yours," Touma says as his right hand hits Style in the face. The sound of glass breaking. And that's it. I hope you guys enjoyed my What If Touma Had Haki. I know it's been a while, but I'm back. I'm back and I'm better. For all my viewers watching this video, please don't watch only 30 seconds of this video, because I put time and effort. Into my videos. So try to watch all the video first before you give me your crappy ass judging. But anyways, without further ado, this is Anime Mafia, signing out. Goodbye. Ciao, Sue.